Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Bullets flew in Butler, Pennsylvania, as former President Donald Trump held a packed campaign rally. Those shots wounding him and killing at least one other person. We're told the person who fired those shots at the GOP frontrunner is dead tonight. Good evening. I'm Alexa Farrell. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 11. Information and video still coming in on this dramatic night, but the most important thing to underscore tonight is that the former president, Donald Trump, survived. Photographs from the rally today in Butler, Pennsylvania show blood on the former president's ear and on his face and hands. What we are told is that one attendee was killed in the gunfire. The Butler DA says that there was one shooter and that person is also dead. Once they had the president secure, the Secret Service hustled him into an SUV and departed the rally at top speed. The motorcade rushed the former president to the closest hospital, where tonight he sent a social media post to his followers. We'll have that for you shortly, but first we want to show you the entire 2 minutes from the moments that those shots rang out.
You want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Moving to spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go. Up. Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. Moving to spare. Spare, get ready. Spare, get ready. We ready? Are we good? Shooter's down. Are we good to move? We're good to move. We're clear. Let's move. Let's move. We're clear.
Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes.
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
So we got to move to the bus. Let me get my shoes.
Okay, my shoes down.
Watch out.
Wait.
Now joining us tonight on Connecticut's news station, Dr. Matthew Schmidt from the University of New Haven. Dr. Schmidt is an associate professor of national security and political science. Thank you so much. I know it's late, so thank you for being up with us this evening.
It's my pleasure, Alexa.
All right, so first things first, your thoughts on what transpired at this political rally in Butler, Pennsylvania today?
I think it was clearly an assassination attempt, and what we've seen in the last 3 days is absolutely unprecedented in American history. I mean, a few days ago, you have a sitting president that's being pushed to exit the race. You have an assassination attempt today, and in 24 hours, you have the start of a major political convention. How all this comes together in the end to affect the election is anybody's guess right now.
Yeah, so you just said it. It's an unfortunate occurrence in American history. And what's the big takeaway from this for Americans on what transpired today?
I think the big takeaway is the lethality of American politics today. We see it in the language that's being used to define, each candidate on both sides, more so on the right, I think, than on the left, but it's there. The language of the campaign is being, structured as this is something where the future of the world, the future of America, the future of democracy hinges on it. So that increases the likelihood that someone might take extreme actions like you saw tonight to affect the outcome of it. Now, again, we don't know who the shooter is. We don't know what the shooter's motivation is. We don't know that it's political. But it all points in that direction, and it points to this idea that American politics is extreme, right? We don't look like a stable democracy right now.
Yeah. So how do you think that this is going to change the campaign moving forward? Obviously, it's going to have a huge impact on what we see in November when it comes down to the polls.
Well, we know that tonight the Biden campaign has pulled back advertising for the time being. We know that security details for both candidates are going to be increased. Their movements are going to be more constrained, and that's going to affect how the campaign goes. We know that former President Trump's political instincts were frankly brilliant tonight to be able to stand up after an attempted assassination, to raise his fist, to yell, fight. That's the meme, right? That's the T-shirt. That's the picture of this election. And that's going to have an impact, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So, of course, you've talked about it. It's a heated election. There are a lot of, division within the country and on both sides. Was this inevitable, or could it have been prevented?
Well, let's take the last one first. There are big questions for the Secret Service as to how a shooter apparently got on a roof that close to this kind of an event. And we'll see that come out in the wash, in the coming days. As to whether or not an event like this was inevitable, that also goes to the prevalence of guns in the country, which is primarily the fault of Republican policies to make those weapons more easily available. But finally, right, it doesn't have to end up being this way, right? Our politics doesn't have to be this violent. And we have a choice, right? Americans have a choice. Individuals have a choice in how they talk about politics, in how they frame it, and how they behave in it. So absolutely, we do not have to be the country that we saw tonight.
Now, I have one more question for you. We are running out of time, but I just want to ask, do you think that Trump is this going to ignite a fire within him as he continues to campaign and rally the nation?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you saw that tonight, right, with the raised fist. And we know from other examples with populist presidents that assassination attempts tend to work in their favor. It rallies their base. And well, that's what it does, right? And so it gets more voters out. And there's no reason to think that won't happen with Trump here. But again, we're in strange times, and we'll have to wait and see what information comes in, see how those polls are. But I think that's the expectation right now is that Trump's going to have at least an energizing bump coming out of this.
All right, Dr. Matthew Schmidt from the University of New Haven, thank you so much for your time this evening. Thank you for your expertise. And you can join us on Fox 61 News and share your insight and expertise. No, thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. Take care.
Well, in a statement he posted to his Truth Social account, Donald Trump said, "I want to thank the United States Secret Service and all of law enforcement for their rapid response on the shooting that took place in Butler, Pennsylvania. Most importantly, I want to extend my condolences to the family of the person at the rally who was killed, and also to the family of another person that was badly injured. It's incredible that such an act can take place in our country. Nothing is known at this time about the shooter, who's now dead. I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong and that I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin. Much bleeding took place, so I realized what was happening. God bless America." We're going to head to New York now, tracking the latest developments in this apparent attempt to assassinate former President Trump. Connor Hansen has the latest.
Former President Trump says he is okay after being hit by a bullet just minutes into giving a speech at a Pennsylvania rally. The shooter has been killed, and one person attending the rally was killed. 2 others were injured in the shooting. Trump could be seen reaching for his face and neck, then quickly ducking behind the podium as his Secret Service detail rushed the stage. Several loud bangs continued, the former president appearing to be injured, but still pumping his fist to supporters before he was whisked off the stage. A close-up shot shows blood coming from the former president's ear. A spokesperson for the Trump campaign also weighing in, saying, quote, "President Trump thanks law enforcement and first responders for their rather quick action during this heinous act. He is fine and is being checked out at a local medical facility. Witnesses who were at the rally described the frightening moments when they realized what was happening.
Somebody started yelling, "Hit the ground, hit the ground." And when I looked over, then I saw the smoke from the gunfire.
Just heard pop, pop, pop. Right away you think, well, maybe firecrackers, and you're kind of stunned. And then fire, and then like return fire, and then get down. So we got down, and we huddled, and we just started praying.
President Biden addressing the nation after the shooting, denouncing the violence, and wishing Trump a speedy recovery.
The idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody.
The Secret Service is now investigating this as an assassination attempt. Sources tell Fox the shooter was on the roof of a nearby building and was shot and killed by a Secret Service sniper. We're told an AR-style rifle was found at the scene. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
Now, Fox 61's Jake Garcia joining me with reaction from Connecticut leaders and lawmakers following this horrific incident in Pennsylvania. A lot going on this evening, Jake.
Yeah, Alexa, the reaction just pouring into our newsroom, and it's extremely horrific. And the Connecticut leaders are emphasizing just that, condemning the actions at today's rally. Officials on both sides of the aisle speaking out, thankful that the former president appears to be safe, but are still upset at what has transpired. Governor Lamont released a statement this evening commending the Secret Service and law enforcement for their quick actions, but going on to say, quote, political violence and gun violence of any kind have absolutely no place in our society and are never acceptable. We must all, as Americans, be able to express our views freely without the fear of violence. Now, the head of the Connecticut Republican Party, Ben Proto, releasing this statement, calling this attempted assassination of former President Trump tragic and sad. Proto went on to say, quote, all Americans, regardless of political affiliation or political philosophy, must condemn this heinous act and recommit to engaging in political discussion that will move our country forward in a nonviolent manner. Now, Connecticut Congressman Jim Himes with an emphatic statement mirroring that of Governor Lamont's, stating that, quote, violence, especially political, has no place in our society. Every American should be free and safe to express and share their views with civility. My thoughts are with the former president and all who were harmed at today's rally. And Congressman John Larson reiterating those same sentiments, saying that, quote, thank God President Trump is safe and being treated. Our prayers and thoughts are with him and his family and all those in attendance at the rally. We thank the Secret Service and law enforcement for acting quickly and condemn all forms of violence. Now, on a different note here, we did reach out to Connecticut State Police to see if there was any changes being made to Governor Lamont's security detail. And we have been told that at this time, they're not aware of any changes to Governor Lamont's security detail. Alexa.
Thank you, Jake. Great information this evening. Everyone having a reaction to this. So thank you for reporting and keeping us updated. A lot of information, much of it changing by the minute. We're working now to keep you as updated as possible with the very latest details. Here's what we know so far. Former President Donald Trump is being treated after he was wounded in the shooting at the political rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, which is about 50 minutes north of Pittsburgh. And tonight, law enforcement officials are investigating this as an attempted assassination. Trump's campaign and Trump himself have released statements saying that he's okay and recovering tonight. The suspected gunman in this shooting is now dead. One person attending the rally has also died. It's unclear how that person died. 2 other attendees were also seriously injured, according to the Secret Service. Now, you'll find more coverage of the deadly shooting at the Trump rally on our free Fox 61 app. Be sure to use that QR code right there on your screen to download it, or go to fox61.com 24/7. All right, let's switch gears now and get a quick check of the weather. Meteorologist Ryan Brenton is here with the forecast. Ryan, hot, humid. That's been the weather across the state.
Yeah, Alexa, it's been that way for quite a while now, and it's not going to change, at least for the next 5 or 6 days. It's actually going to get even hotter. Right now, it's 77 at 11:14 at night in Hartford, 74 in Willimantic, and 73 in Waterbury. The dew point tomorrow, how we measure the amount of humidity in the air, will be dropping, though. So temporarily, humidity. It might feel a little bit less humid midday into tomorrow afternoon before it comes surging back. The humidity that is tomorrow night. Sunshine from start to finish tomorrow. A pretty classic summer day. We warm up quickly during the morning, and then we get into the 90s tomorrow afternoon. A high of 93 in Hartford, 90 in New Haven, 91 in Norwich. As can be expected, not quite as hot on the immediate southeast shoreline. 84 degrees tomorrow in Groton. We really crank the humidity on top of that heat on Monday. So a heat advisory begins on Monday for much of the state as the combination of heat and humidity will push the heat index up near to 100 degrees. And then on Tuesday, even higher humidity moves in with high heat and an excessive heat watch, meaning the feels like temperature or heat index could be near 105 degrees in parts of the state. It's going to be a rough couple of days to start the week weather-wise. We'll talk about when the humidity and heat will break, though. It is in the 7-day forecast. I'll see you with that coming up in just a few minutes. Alexa?
All right, Ryan, thank you. Now we continue to follow the breaking news from Pennsylvania involving former President Donald Trump. Stay with us. The Fox 61 News continues after this.
Welcome to The Floor.
Check out Fox's #1 new game show anytime on Hulu.
Come at me.
And this fall, The Floor gets bigger with more players, more money, and more Rob Lowe.
Let's light it up.
The Floor, all new this fall on Fox and stream the first season on Hulu.
You're gonna love this.
Oh, snap!
It means business.
Yeah, that would do it.
Buckle up, big boy.
Only 3 out of 10 Americans got this question right.
What happened?
I got the wrong answer. Do not feel ashamed. You're as stupid as I am.
Big questions, big prizes, and big balls. Your hair got wet.
This is MasterChef Generations.
The millennials have arrived!
Since I've always thrived in competition, this time I got some of my own.
The more worried you are, the happier I am. Game on.
We need you to remember the lyrics of the song.
I can name that tune in one note.
Let's give away one.
It's a competition.
I am Vanderpumped up.
That's what I want to hear.
Tuesday on Fox. We're deep in the heart of Texas, where the game's biggest stars align for the Midsummer Classic. The MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Don't let junk get in the way of your summer plans. Have a junk-free July with 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Your day.
Fox 61 Weather Impact will keep you informed on everything you need to know. Thunderstorms, heavy rain.
Alerting you when weather will hit.
Explaining what the impact will be and advising you on what you need to do to prepare and be safe.
Fox 61 Weather Impact. Your weather when you need it.
Welcome back. We're continuing our coverage of the breaking story. Former President Donald Trump wounded during a shooting at a campaign rally today in Pennsylvania. The dramatic moment was captured on video as Mr. Trump, his Secret Service agents, and members of the crowd ducked for cover. Multiple shots were fired. Now we have confirmed at least one attendee was killed, 2 critically wounded. And the Butler, Pennsylvania DA says that the gunman responsible for this apparent attempt to assassinate the former president and GOP frontrunner is dead tonight. Our coverage from Butler, Pennsylvania continues with Mitty Hicks from our sister station in Cleveland. It's about a 2-hour drive from Cleveland to Butler, and as she reports, it's still a very active scene tonight following that shooting.
So we're here outside of the Butler Farm Show. This is the place where we now know former President Donald Trump was shot at during a campaign rally here tonight. You can see behind us the road is blocked because this is currently an active scene here. The Secret Service has confirmed they are currently investigating this incident and the FBI has been notified. We had a chance to speak to people who were inside of that rally here tonight, and they say they heard about 5 gunshots before it was completely silent, and then they heard people screaming. The people that we talked to here in this small county, we're in Butler County, 35 miles north of Pittsburgh. It's a small town. People know each other, and they say this is not what this town is about, and it's a really sad tone that we're hearing from people here. They say that they're disappointed, they're upset, and the people that we spoke to here on the ground said they never thought they would see anything like this.
Now, the Fox 61 Weather Watch with meteorologist Ryan Bratton.
And back here at home, our forecast continues to be all about the heat and the humidity. Tomorrow is going to be a sunny and hot day, and a heat wave, another one, will begin tomorrow and last likely through Wednesday. The humidity really comes up for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, though. Those will be the days with the worst combination of the heat and humidity. Tomorrow, you might notice the humidity is not quite as bad. If you're looking for some sustained relief from this tropical humidity we've had for so long, it looks like that comes at the end of the week, Thursday into Friday. We should be turning less humid. We had a few pop-up showers later this afternoon into this evening in the northwest corner of the state, but those have now diminished. We actually have somewhat less humid air moving in from the north, and I think tomorrow you might notice it feels a little bit better, and then the real tropical stuff will surge right back in for the beginning of the week. You'll see that here. Dew points tomorrow may drop into the low 60s for a little while, especially the farther north in the state you are, but then we're right back into the tropical oppressive levels of humidity for much of this coming week. Tonight, partly cloudy and warm. Temperatures will drop into the 60s across most of the state. Tomorrow, sunny and hot. As I mentioned, a bit less humid, but still, it's a hot day. High temperatures around or over 90 in most spots. The one beach place to go to, southeast Connecticut, maybe southern Rhode Island, if you're trying to escape the worst of the heat tomorrow. Sunshine, basically from start to finish, will heat up quickly. These are the numbers by noon, and many of us closing in on 90, and then most of us hit the low 90s here tomorrow afternoon. Now, tomorrow night, the humidity starts to come back in, so it will be a warm night. These are the low temperatures at 6 o'clock Monday morning. We're starting the day in the 70s, and we'll have a hazy mix of sunshine and clouds through the day tomorrow, with temperatures hitting about 90 on most of the shoreline, but mid-90s inland. And when you combine the heat with the humidity, we're looking at 3 days of potential triple-digit heat index values, or feels like temperatures. There is a heat advisory up for Monday, and then for northern Connecticut, an excessive heat watch on Tuesday, as it may feel like it's up to 105 degrees. So take a look at your next 7 days. Tomorrow, it's sunny and hot, but not quite as humid for a while in the afternoon. Actual air temperatures in the low 90s, and the heat index should about match that as long as the humidity comes down. But then we have a weather watch alert for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for the high heat and high humidity. There could be a pop-up thunderstorm on Monday. I think it's mainly dry on Tuesday, and the cold front brings a higher chance for storms on Wednesday. And once that front clears through here, it turns less humid and won't be quite as hot to end the week. Sam is back with an update tomorrow morning. Back to you.
All right, Brian, thank you. Now we continue to follow the breaking news involving former President Donald Trump. Much more of our coverage of today's deadly shooting at a rally for President Donald Trump. He was wounded, but he did survive. The would-be assassin did not. Stay with Connecticut's news station.
Experience relaxation at its finest with our American-made hot tubs and cold plunge spas made right here. By selling directly to our customers, we keep prices low and quality high. American-made spas starting at just $24.99. Shop us now at hottubsusa.com.
Springtime is here, and you know what that means. It's all about grilling and staying cool. At SK Lavery, we've got everything you need to make your backyard barbecue dreams a reality. From a wide range of grills to keep the fire going, to air conditioning options that will keep you comfortable all summer long. And with savings on all items and packages store-wide, it's a perfect time to elevate your home retreat. Whether you're hosting a barbecue or planning a staycation, SK Lavery has you covered. Visit us today.
SK Lavery, we're your #1 appliance store.
Did you know that Fox 61 has the most live local news throughout the day?
And we're the only station that stays local all morning long with news, weather, and traffic from your hometown.
Keeping you informed and helping you make decisions that matter most.
Live and local, weekdays from 4 to 11 a.m.
We make it easy to be part of your morning routine with news that fits your schedule.
Fox 61, Connecticut's news station. Available on air, online, and on demand.
This man's breakthrough, getting stronger in his 60s, was made possible by another breakthrough. the use of heated, concentrated chemotherapy to treat stage 4 cancer cells like never before. That's the expertise of Yale Cancer Center and Smilo Cancer Hospital. Together, we're powering breakthroughs with the greatest of care.
Jamie Foxx and Corinne are back.
Our contestants have won over $10 million.
Beat Shazam is all new. Then, Jay Farrow hosts the quiz show where brains battle balls. Avoid the splash, get the cash.
Who says size doesn't matter?
The Quiz with Balls is all new after an all-new Beat Shazam, Tuesdays on Fox.
This June, drop what you're doing for the Summer of Stars. Because we're serving up Copa America and the Euros. Summer of Stars. All tournament long.
Welcome back. We continue to monitor any new developments from Pennsylvania after the shooting at a rally that injured former President Donald Trump. Now, Trump is doing all right tonight and is being treated for his injuries after he was shot in the upper ear while at the podium speaking during his rally. The suspected gunman is dead, according to the Secret Service. One attendee has also died, and 2 more were seriously injured at this rally. Law enforcement officials are treating this as an attempted assassination. We have much more coverage to come on Connecticut's news station.
You're gonna love this.
Oh, snap!
He means business.
Yeah, that would do it.
Buckle up, big boy.
Only 3 out of 10 Americans got this question right. What happened?
I got the wrong answer.
Do not feel ashamed. You're as stupid as I am.
Big questions, big prizes, and big balls. Your hair got wet.
This is MasterChef Generations.
The millennials have arrived!
Since I've always thrived in competition, this time I got some of my own.
The more worried you are, the happier I am. Game on.
We need you to remember the lyrics of the song.
I can name that tune in 1 minute.
Let's give away one.
It's a competition.
I am Vanderpumped up.
That's what I want to hear.
My category's docs.
South Stars.
Cartoons. Fox's #1 new game show is on Hulu.
Welcome to the floor.
Play along for the first time.
Eggs Benedict.
Bulldog. Kayak.
Pass. Oh, up.
Or binge the excitement again.
I did not see that coming.
And this fall on Fox, the floor is back and bigger than ever.
Let's go!
With more players, more money, and more Rob Lowe.
Let's light it up.
The Floor, all new this fall on Fox, and stream the first season on Hulu.
This June, drop what you're doing for the Summer of Stars. Because we're serving up Copa America and the Euros. Summer of Stars. All tournament long.
The game's biggest stars aligned for the Midsummer Classic.
Are you kidding me?
The MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Things are really heating up here at the Joneses.
Those old windows can't keep the heat out or the cool in.
Good thing they teamed up with Window Nation.
They scored really big. On a huge selection of high-quality windows that cost a lot less than they thought. See how much you could save with a free estimate today.
Now, one last update for you of our coverage of the breaking story of the day. Former President Donald Trump wounded during a shooting at a campaign rally today in Pennsylvania. The dramatic moment was captured on video as Mr. Trump, his Secret Service agents, and members of the crowd ducked for cover. At least 1 attendee was killed, 2 critically wounded. And the Butler, Pennsylvania DA says the gunman responsible was shot dead. All right, a very busy day. That's going to do it for us here on Fox 61. I'm Alexa Farrell.
I'm Ryan Breton.